Hey, this is Russ Miller, and I want to take a second and talk to you about this Mapex Falcon double pedal. Roughly a year ago, my friend Joe Hibbs asked me to take a look at the Falcon pedal. It was just coming out, and we were at a trade show. And to be honest, I was a little skeptical because I've seen a lot of crazy pedal designs over the years, and nothing really floated my boat necessarily any more than a basic, simple design that worked really well. And the first thing I noticed about the pedal was that it wasn't some radical new concept in pedal design. It was just the basics for which a pedal works and done at its highest level, which I really appreciated. And right out of the box, I was pretty blown away with just this stock pedal that Joe had sitting there. And I couldn't believe how well it reacted to the way that I played the kick drum just out of the gate without any tweaking whatsoever. So I asked Joe if I could get a hold of one to spend some quality time with it. And I actually ended up, after getting it, talking to several manufacturers and getting several different pedals. And I literally set up here in the studio with just a kick drum and all these pedals and kind of went through all of the different options available, trying to find the one that worked the best for me. And I hadn't really done that before. I adjusted the pedals that I had quite a bit, but not really like went through everything that I could possibly get my hands on. So as I went through them, I would just take away the ones that just wasn't working out for me for whatever reason. And at the end of that day, the last one standing was this Mapex Falcon. And I was pretty shocked at how well the pedal reacted in all different playing circumstances, from light playing to heavy playing. And those of you that have followed my career or know my playing, you know that I do a lot of different styles of music, and I'm responsible to be convincing at a lot of different things on a daily basis, especially when you're recording so much. So for me, that really puts pressure on certain pieces of the kit, especially the pedals. I need to be able to play really light with this pedal and then be able to slam really hard if it's a R&B or a rock gig. So let me tell you a little bit about what I ended up with as far as this Mapex Falcon setup. And this is my personal pedal that I take on tour. And you can see it's been tweaked out a little bit. I actually ended up going with the Pursuit cam and the strap drive option on the primary pedal. So for me, I can play really light and it's a very smooth feel. And I can feather really well on the bass drum with this pedal. It reacts great at lower dynamic levels. And part of that has to do with the way this cam's radius is designed here, and also the way they mounted these springs so that there's no twist in the spring as the beater moves towards the drum. So as this beater moves towards the drum, it doesn't get harder to play. Like some pedals for me, the closer I got, the harder it got, which is insane because that's where I'm trying to play the lightest if I have a very short beater height or beater stroke. So this pedal worked great for me with that. And the longer sculpted footboard really worked well with my foot. And it feels light. It feels like another piece of my body. I don't feel like I'm, jamming into a really heavy pedal all the time. Now, on the slave pedal, I actually ended up with the glide cam and the double chain option over here. Again, awesome that I can make these kind of decisions based upon the musicality of the instrument. And for me, I went with the Falcon beater here for the slave beater with a 10-gram weight inside. And you can see here on the primary pedal, I just have a standard felt beater because I really like the sound of that. It's a nice fat sound, and I can play really lightly with it. And a couple buddies of mine, other drummers, have said, man, you're cheating, putting the weight in the beater and changing the cam over here. And you're absolutely right, I am. Because I want to try to even out the best that I can the stroke sound between my 2 feet. And it's something that I've been working on for a long time. The ability to execute dynamically different things with the kick drum. So if I can have this pedal help even out those stroke sounds for me, that's great. And I appreciate that my tools are helping me rather than hindering me. So this glide cam, double chain, and weighted Falcon beater really help compensate a little bit for my left foot. And again, for me, the pedal is all about being above my operation level of my body. I'm trying to get better every day, practicing, taking lessons. I've never stopped taking lessons my whole career. Just trying to become a better player and gain more facility and musicality on the instrument. And when I have a tool that hinders that, that doesn't work for me. It's always got to be out in front of me, operating at a higher level than what I am. So I feel that way about these pedals. I just urge you to check them out and work on the customization of your own setup like I have, and really spend some time working on it. I think you're going to be really surprised. I can't recommend them highly enough.